Greetings everyone, boys and girls. This is James here speaking, and how's it going? Crap, it's out of microphones. It's a volume here at the laptop. So, anyway, and today is on to evening for me on Wednesday, which means here, and we're gonna be less talking about we've thought about Nikocado Avocados, and we just might have a bit to be the people watch the Nikocado Avocados, the mukbang videos that took on the internet and social media, and it gave me could give it a lot. So, and might really have a thought with the Nikocado Avocado videos opinions because they're my health for the option, but I'm trying to gotta be to figure out that I really Ben's had is more of it that it's getting more of it has a weight and is still going to unhealthy food addicted, and the listening to be always is having a course. So, and I try to be getting a rough to be the trouble history that have this health which I had my health this trouble history. It's a gave a lot for addicted is almost as nearly get addicted, and just before that with something is a really strangest and weirdest YouTube videos that ever existing on the internet, and does include for social media platforms. And we're gonna be let's get it to talk after straight into on the topic, and we have to show about we had to talking about like Nikocado Avocado, the tragic of unhealthy food addicted of Nikocado Avocados. So without further ado, so man, it's getting at this tough. So let's get starting into it. Back in the earlier, Nikocado Avocados, the vegans is starting on the social media on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagrams, all the different as a social media, the different here the platforms and different channels that we had that he has been with five more channels that platforms, and he adopted also about following friends Orland, and is who they was Nico is openly the gay rightfulness for the LGBT the rightfulness, which is considerably the Nikocado Avocado with Orland home for this for actually the I could believe I have to say this what the LGBT there as I had to go to just say like that. Nikocado Avocados has adopted became the gay man's rights at Orland's homes, and who they had this couples that had a boyfriend, and it's openly they're gay, and therefore the Nikocado Avocado decided to have to leave the vegan community, and he started on the mukbang videos, took on this YouTube and social media. That's the same. That's the same. That's the same as it's saying have the stuff. So I did this that to realize that we hit people starting up the first time of the Nikocado Avocado, and in the back then 2010s I seen watch the Asian guy he's laughing at the food and ice cream and all kinds of videos of funny stuff, and became the internet memes impact took on the internet popularity, and after so long for the years later he returned, and he went to work out for a few years and got lose weight and kept it to his health from South Korea, and still got the South Korean Asian guy the mukbanger got brighter days and still actively. But and unlessly that onward though hit Nikocado Avocado begins to develop the unhealthy food addicted and was obsessing like a fast food restaurant, and he ate everything like noodles, rice, and salmon food, and either that many just among it is like burgers, pizza, steaks, hot dogs, and all these types of food, which had does include the first Americans obesity the existing in the persons of Nicaraguanos. So and then that Nicaraguanos that the person life he has a mental health problem when he's broke up the Orland home for a few times, which is the Orland Home's reunions. The reunions that has came into couples repeatedly to several more times and the several for years and years, and even that ongoing forward that Nicaraguanos says increasingly rapidly that has the health of the behaviors, and which is to still have a weight, and this, despite that he doesn't go out and exercise, he doesn't go out to walking on the street, and he doesn't have to extremely laziest that he wouldn't eat some healthy like salad fruit, but until the Nicola didn't have to go in the shower or rest have the bed or thinking this others or something. But unworthy to be that medically to the episode, and he's just still going to outburst that mental health issue that stated. That's the belief. He's a feel of anxiety and disappointment, and also full of all of his control. So Nicaraguanos are full of control says there's obscurely does have to have this still ongoing to eating such so much food as so much junk food as has not the healthier, and it's I really have my opinion is the option of the Nicaraguanos to talk about this hatred. So, and which I got to say, this is not hate videos. So I was talk about the thought with Nicaraguano, as I respect your opinions at Nicaraguano. I would like to, and it's take advantage to have the increasingly more of is a very healthier on there had to wasted his life and wasted his money to pay off the and it's a lot and to save it up from later with that he couldn't have it barely finished he has a full of a stomach, and does have to include the pounds of a fat pound, but none of them that, and he was to take advantage this he had no effort as one of it exclusively the excuse that we the people has evolved into the commentary commenting around at all. We have to talking about the Nicaraguano, and he has a poor mental health, mentally issued, poorly health, and there's a more the glutamate that's more the heads of food, and he says ongoing for a climax to be the more and more and more for the pounds that I don't think excuse me just a second, I don't really think Nicaraguano has reached the 400 pounds, and that's barely enough, and people don't think that deserve to get the healthier and get the exercise, and he believe it not, and he is still ongoing, but he provided a non-stop unhealthier at all, that just in case, as is stated to be have a mentally illness that Nicaraguano is conservatives commonly stated that believed with their set of that obsession with this, for the witness this and the willingness to keep their have a more of a mukbang is to getting over it to do it, but he could be had barely dead, and it needs some more pounds, and it haven't, and it had to be the increasingly diets, and it had to, and it had to perhaps to be this had the link to beat. I really was surprised that the people wish it to be that Nikocado have it still healthier the problem, and I don't think a Nikocado suffer from cancer and disease or something, but I don't know that, and it's just strange to be. And this is really that not just as forceful as it really does. And this also told that many of the viewers that he has a disability, and so it's quite a bit somehow that Nikocado, as it continually to spread all of his mukbang videos, clickbait the videos, and this will prove to be fake, and this is real, which is obviously it's true, and the people are true. So the Nikocado says digitally the purposely it's an unhealthier, and it's an ongoing climaxes where it was junk food is surround the area to the American exists. This is all the poorly health and mental health issue that stated as he says today, and he is still going to unhealthy food addicted. So for me and the boys, Noisy Michael, Goro Boy, Hunter World Gaming, Powerful Sack, Gary, and among us other the boy band groups, we've never been get fat, and we never get to take too seriously. For me, I was not being unhealthy food addicted, but I'm not a food addicted. And I would have to gonna say to everybody, boys and girls, me and the boys, we never get food addicted. I just want to have it capture my healthier, had to keep it alive, had to make it live as soon as possible for predicted to be, had to prevent by the Nikocado existing out there. And I'm not really sure that he reached 400 pounds and 500 pounds. Darn, this has not been good, and I feel bad for him. I don't think Phil had the poor Nikocado as ongoing as still unhealthy is, but believe it or not, let's just figure it out to find out. Okay, so that is my opinions, the thought about Nikocado. That's what I've been talking about, the tragedy of the unhealthy of Nikocado. So that's what pretty much I have to say to talking about it. If you enjoyed the videos, make sure you have to like, share, subscribe our the personal channel. If you want have to see more of the videos that's less talking about rant videos, and if you like to watch my adult animated comedy videos, purposely to the previously videos. So, and right now, don't forget to hit there, subscribe our personal channel, and subscribe the channel to different platforms if you want to have the, if you like or want to see the more videos. And that's about it, and that's what I was just talking about, the tragic of unhealthiest Nicocados. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And I'm not gonna be the unhealthy, the food addicted this year, but I was still healthier. So that's all pretty much to say. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you for the next videos. And this is James here speaking. We're heading out. As always, later. Stay healthy and be good foods.